some arguments are that after party event ni, it's not budaya Malaysia tetapi budaya Barat. Jadi that's one of the reasons kenapa like orang argue in social media on why kenapa after party ni tak patut, because it's not Malaysian culture, it's something foreign.
Well, I think kita perlu belajar sejarah ini dengan tanpa memakai baca mata hitam. Kita perlu melihat sejarah ini dengan, saya rasa, Oliver Cromwell dia pernah guna istilah warts and all. Dia minta pelukis itu melukis dia warts and all. Dulu kalau lukisan seorang tokoh itu, biasa lukisan itu akan keluar dengan gambaran yang terbaik lah. Dulu tidak ada kamera. So dia mengatakan dia tidak akan bayar, saya ingat saya, kepada yang melukis kecuali melukis warts and all, segala kejelekannya ada. Dia mahu natural. Jadi kita perlu melihat soal ini dari segi sejarah. Kemudian saya fikir, pendapat saya lah, sebagai seorang Muslim, kita tidak minum, kita tidak berjudi, kita stay away from going to pubs and all that. Di rakan-rakan kita yang bukan beragama Islam ingin celebrate dan tidak melibatkan kita tidak paksa. Saya harus mengatakan bahawa untuk menunjukkan kita multicultural, tidak semestinya kita berbuat sesuatu yang bertentangan dengan agama kita semata-mata hendak dikata kita multicultural. Tapi jika orang lain hendak membuat itu, saya tidak tahu komposisi Malaysian Society di setiap universiti tapi yang pentingnya setiap orang adalah orang Malaysia, warga negara Malaysia. Dan terpulang kepada, saya rasa perbincangan, saya tidak tahu, saya tidak pernah belajar di United Kingdom, tidak ada pengalaman, tidak ada perspektif. Tapi dalam mana-mana masyarakat pelbagai kaum, in any multiracial country, the act of talking to each other, not talk over each other, not lecturing each other, but talk with each other, I think achieve consensus. Maybe agree to disagree. There are many ways diplomatically to handle a situation. We cannot be like politician grandstanding. Because I am for my position is A, I will not deviate from A. Other people also cannot deviate from A. Well, that's political grandstanding. A lot of issues can be solved through goodwill, bagi saya. Dan itu perlu dibincangkan sendiri. Satu mengenai social media ini, masalah social media dan demokrasi ialah dalam era sekarang berita itu instantaneous, unverified, tidak ditapis, tak ada konteks. You terima berita kejadian, opinion, tapi tidak ada konteksnya, tidak ada commentary on it. So kadang-kadang kita cepat membuat keputusan, dan itu satu yang cukup negatif. Kerana kita kena, bila kita buat reaksi atau kita buat tindakan, tak boleh tarik balik. So kena berhati-hati dalam era sekarang. Tapisannya hanya ada pada individu kita sendiri. Nilai, sistem nilai yang kita pegang, moral compass yang kita ada, pengetahuan yang kita miliki, itu semua akan menjadi saringan. Dan dalam konteks kita menahkodai sebuah multiculturalism, multi-religiosity, keadaan yang begitu, perlu ada kebijaksanaan yang tertentu. Daripada cepat untuk buat keputusan, cepat untuk buat hukuman, Dan kita kena fikir jangka panjang bahawa at the end of the day, we are still in this land called Malaysia together. So we can't choose our neighbors. So it's very important that we learn to live it and make the best of it. And let's make this diversity a source of strength, not a source of weakness. Diversity used to be a source of strength in Malaysia, but now it's becoming source of polemics. I want to reiterate that becoming more aware, more conscious of this multicultural, multi-religious, the multi aspect does not mean we are any less who we are. We are no less a Muslim as a Muslim. We no less a Malay. We do not need to be less a Malay to be a Malaysian. But we are a Malay in Malaysia. And that is different. And we look at our region, sometimes we'll be surprised. But we cannot transplant their experience to us as much as we cannot transplant our experience to them. So in the context of, say, Indonesia, it's a different context. In context of Singapore, it's a different context. So we must be both spectrum, both side of the coin must be able to understand and empathy with each other, the other's position.
I see. So yeah, I agree because multiracial country, kepelbagaian, we celebrate our differences. So personally, what I feel like the problem isn't really the after party. The problem is actually the reaction to it, how people react to it. So like you said, reacting to something we tapisan to, like because people are just stating their opinions on that event. So the problem comes when people are trying to disagree and talking over each other, and not trying to understand each other. So that's what I feel like the main root of the problem is. So yeah, one lesson to be learned is that try to hear people out, try to like take in different views, understanding other perspectives, rather than just trying to be just very close-minded, sangat keras kepala. So but
let me interject one thing. I always have this opinion, my opinion on, if you are a minority, say you are living in a foreign country, you must also understand the cultural milieu of that country. You are being strong and adherent to your own identity. But at the same time, you have to empathize with the culture of that country. So it doesn't make sense for you to impose your values on that country. So it's always been in today's world issue of say in Europe, immigration is a big issue now. It's having a political reaction. Most European countries are becoming politically more right wing. We see that in election, the recent Dutch election, in the German election, in United Kingdom even. Conservative have become more right wing than ever. We cannot transplant that to our psyche, in the sense that we must take heart the lessons of what happened in Europe, say pre-World War II. We have the Nazis in Germany. We have Mussolini as black shirts in Italy. We have Franco in Spain, fascists. So we must be able to bring the Malaysian, the best of Malaysia in sense of celebrating diversity. Celebrating it, not merely tolerating, not merely accepting it, but let's celebrate it. Celebrate it that in the sense that what we call, I would like to be integration rather than assimilation. Okay? So somebody explained to me years ago, integration is like cooking in a wok. You put in all the ingredients stay the same, but it's not a bobo, not a porridge, but together collectively, it create a beautiful dish, rather like bobo assimilation. We, at the onset of our independence, together have decided on integration rather than assimilation. Indonesia have gone to the path of assimilation. Singapore also integration. So I think integration is the best path for us then, now, and moving forward. Because we need every diversity to contribute towards Malaysia progress, to generate new wealth, to create better prosperity for all. Without this integration, you cannot say that having only one language, say, as through assimilation, like in Indonesia, will bring better stability. No, Indonesia still have a problem of there's a huge gap of wealth distribution between the what we call the pribumis and the non-pribumis. All are Indonesian. The Sumpah Pemuda in 28 said, satu negara, satu bangsa, satu bahasa. But after 70 years of experiment, still there is that huge gap between the pribumi and the non-pribumi. We have been more progressive. We have gone the integration way. We have affirmative action. We must realize that without the new economic policy, the affirmative action, Malaysia will not be as stable as today. If we have followed Singapore meritocracy way, we will have a situation which will not be very good. The majority is not having an equitable share of the prosperity cake. You may have one language, one school, but there will be that gap. So our founding fathers have chosen wisely: integration, affirmative action, government intervention, to help make sure that everybody has their fair share of the prosperity. What we need to do now is to continue to grow that prosperity cake. If we do not continue doing that, everything else will fall down. Everybody must have a feeling that they have access to it. They have access to the better future, that their children will have a better future than their parents, that their grandchild will have an even better future. The upward social mobility must be assured, that through hard work, you study hard, you work hard, you have the driving spirit, you can have a decent living, a great living in Malaysia. So we must relook back at what is our priority. Our priority is not branding, grandstanding, having all these slogans. Slogan doesn't matter. What we need is the real thing. We need growth of wealth. We need equitable distribution. We need that the son of anybody, the daughter of anybody, through hard work, through merit, can achieve something in life. That is what is important.
All right. So that was an interesting thing to talk about, assimilation and integration. But so unfortunately, we've reached the end of our time for this episode, but we will talk more on assimilation and integration on our next episode. So again, I would like to highlight the key one thing that we should all implement in our minds is that being a multiracial racial country, it's important for us to respect each other, respect the differences that we have, respect the different cultures, different values that we have, so that you know to create this harmony between us. It won't, dia takkan berkesan jadi negara berbilang kaum jika kita tidak menerima budaya-budaya yang berlainan. Jadi again, thank you very much Uncle Mazri for this episode, and for our viewers, do not forget to like and subscribe. Okay, sekian, terima kasih dan assalamualaikum.